Tonight, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Denver Broncos taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. First carry for Nick Chubb. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 31, Locke. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Locke now on first down. That's caught over the middle by Fant. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Locke working out of the gun. Now Locke, he lost the football, it's out. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Boy, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 34. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And that is incomplete. So now Drew Lock gives way to Brandon McManus. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback. This guy's an absolute stud. 6'1", Rawson Marshall Thurber.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Locke. Open man, he completes it to Judy. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 7 yards, the pickup there. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys in the cornerback position.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Locke. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. And McManus able to put it through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The toss here completed to Pittman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Vic Fangio's thought about it, and he'll indeed throw it. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Sideline throw complete to Davis. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. So the challenge there unsuccessful, and that means that he'll be out of challenges for the remainder of this ball game. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to throw again. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It's a big loss of 5 there on second down to bring up 3rd and goal. Back to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. Blankenship's kick is good.
And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3 so far.
Well, this is a football game, right?
It is.
How you like that one, huh? You like where I went with that? How about that one?
I like it.
Okay, but hey, let's face it. In this game right now, both defenses have responded well. They're trying to hold the line on this. You just wonder if anyone can break through with a touchdown and put some pressure on their opposition.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
2nd down and 4.
Locke gonna throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. A nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
They go play action here on 1st down.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Draymond Jones showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. 2nd and 14. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Colts. Mark Andrews from 17 yards out, and the Colts have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Grover Stewart forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. On third down, it's Nick Chubb, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman. All right, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Third quarter starts with a run by Mack. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So that'll back him up 5. On the handoff, it's Mack. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. Completion good for 14 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. On 2nd and 9. Lock. Boy, stays up. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Grover Stewart busting through to get him for a loss of 6. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Eight yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
2nd and 9 now. His throw incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And Davis with it left side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Andy. When he launched that football, I'm guessing he was thinking end zone, but he'll take it. Now they're knocking on the door.
I like the way you can read his thoughts. Think of it from the opposite side of the ball. They thought they had a chance to make a play and knock it away. Didn't get it done. Can they reset now and hold them to a field goal?
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Mack again, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack taking it in from a yard out. And the Colts are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And the end result was a Marlon Mack touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Locke. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Lock now on first down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Lock.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. To try again after the sack. Lock. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That's caught. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Jerry Judy, 38 yards. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Marlon Mack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. Oh, nice move. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Indianapolis, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Denver, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date